I guess this is kind of a continuation of Scott playing around with technology series. So just wanted to show this one. It's pretty cool and could save some companies or corporations tremendous amount of money and time. So BabelFish with PostgreSQL. So what is it? So most of y'all are familiar with SQL Server, Oracle, Teradata. A lot of cloud databases out there, Snowflake, and all the blah blah blah. Data lakes, Greenplum, IOME, Dremio, Databricks, blah blah blah. A lot of this stuff is great. It's expensive sometimes, especially SQL Server, for instance. Well, Oracle and Teradata probably give it a run for the money in terms of cost. But anyway, Postgres, it's more and more what I've been seeing is it's kind of the, a lot of companies like, hey, we're trying to save some money. You're starting a new project. Maybe pick Postgres instead of SQL Server. And so, but it's like legacy applications that maybe have been around for a while. It's going to be costly for them to migrate to a different database, right? Because people might have thousands of stored procedures and T-SQL and tables and views, everything optimized over the last decade or more that, it's going to take quite a bit of rewrite to get it there. So enter BabelFish with the cost consideration primarily on that. And one thing that's cool on PostgreSQL is like it's good, but it's also bad. Is that it's not super turnkey. It's like, hey, everything's super simple. Run one install, and everything under the sun is installed all at once. It requires sometimes some science project work to get some of its extensions installed, but it has probably more extensions, a couple features that SQL Server doesn't even have. But SQL Server obviously supported by Microsoft, very good documentation, very good enterprise support across the industry, right? So back to cost being king. BabelFish, if to my example, if you have one of these systems, it's like, hey, it's going to take us a long time to migrate all this stuff over to native Postgres SQL kind of approach. You can use BabelFish, right? It has feature parity where it's like most stored procedures or most SQL that you run should still work through that. And the main thing that's really powerful with this is it supports TDS protocol. That's a tabular data stream protocol, which is proprietary to Microsoft primarily. And that's really where all the magic happens. Okay, so let's jump into this example here. I'm going to I'll truncate this table so you can kind of see it real time. So I created this table ahead of time. So, let me backing up. This one on the top is my SQL Server Express listening on port 1433. Because it's the native default port, I didn't have to do the comma port number. And then this one, I have a Docker image running that I downloaded that has Postgres. You could install it all locally, right? And BabelFish and everything on top of that. But I wanted to do it the easy way, which is somebody has created a Docker image, has everything pre-configured, so I downloaded it, that's what I'm running. But when I launch it, I'm launching it to listen on port 1432 instead of 1433. That way I can run both databases at the same time without conflict. And so this one is actually Postgres SQL, right? So we ran this, I think, already. I'll run it again. This table already exists. So if I select from it right now, it's empty, right? So I have this little cross-join thing to just create 5,000 rows of dummy data into that table. It is T-SQL. This same SQL should run on SQL Server as well. So there you go, 5,000 rows, quick as that. So you can do a count just to check it, sure enough, and notice it's like I'm using kind of get date, which is SQL Server. Not Postgres, I'm not sure, maybe they have that. I've never tested that, honestly. Anyway, so, and then if you want to see the data, there you go. So this is I mean, I'm in SQL Server Management Studio, hitting PostgreSQL, right? And doing T-SQL commands. So think about that. It's like you can migrate all your data and all your procs and all your DDL over here. It's not all going to be perfect. There's some certain things that aren't going to work. But probably for a large majority out there, you might be able to get this up and running quickly, and you can go to a free solution versus SQL Server, which has it's quite costly these days for the per core licensing, to be honest. So anyway, hope that helps somebody. If you have any questions, let me know. Cheers.